I'm Greg Bennett. I'm interim president at Gadsden State Community College. And on behalf of our college, let me welcome you to the Virtual Excellence in Education and Teacher of the Year award ceremony. Today, as you know, we're honoring educators, students, programs, and community partners who make what you do possible. Gadsden State is very proud to be the signature sponsor of this year's event and grateful to the Chamber for allowing us to participate over the past 3 or 4 years. This awards ceremony is certainly very different from how they've been in the past. It's been my pleasure to address you in years past, and it's fun to get to see everybody and renew acquaintances and that kind of thing. And of course, we can't do that this year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. But there's no way that we could allow 2020 to go by without recognizing the contributions that so many have made. I know this has been quite a year for everyone in education. And I think today we're honoring 19 people who are very deserving for excellence in virtual education, EIE, and we're honoring something like 45 folks with Teacher of the Year awards. Everyone in K-12 deserves an award this year, but you are the most special of the special. So today we honor teachers in Etowah County, Gadsden City, and our private schools. So welcome everyone. As with your institution, at Gadsden State, far and away our most important asset is our faculty. The faculty are the people who provide the instruction and the support, and that's what we're here about. That support, that instruction, is what changes lives. It's what gives hope. It lights the pathway to success and the future for so many people. So today, I want to say thank you to all of our faculty at Gadsden State, and to honor them, I want to say thank you to you and all the faculty in our school systems, and honor you. You richly deserve it. It is you who contribute so much, not only to the education of our students, but to the quality of our lives. We really are all in this together, and without you, I can't imagine how rough this would be. So congratulations to every one of you. You richly deserve it, and thank you.
Hello, I'm Jackie Brim Edmondson. I'm the chairperson of the Excellence in Education Committee and the Director of Public Relations for Gadsden State Community College. 3 years ago, a group of us got together and decided that we needed a way to really recognize innovative educators, outstanding students, unique programs, and wonderful community partners. And that's when Excellence in Education Awards, that's when it was born. So this year, typically we do an in-person luncheon to recognize our winners. This year, because of the COVID pandemic, we have decided to do it virtually. But we're so excited to be able to recognize the very best of the best.
The recipients of the Excellence in Education Awards are to be commended for their service in the most noble and often most thankless profession. These award winners were nominated, completed an application, and were then organized into categories and reviewed by our committee members. We had an exceptional amount of excellent nominations from which to choose, and we hope that hearing these stories will inspire other educators in the county to submit their own nominations next year. We want to emphasize that self-nominations are encouraged. Sometimes you know best the remarkable things that you're doing in and out of the classroom, and by sharing them, you can inspire innovation in others as well. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and that's certainly true. And we're so grateful for this community and the sponsorship that comes to Excellence in Education. First and foremost, our presenting sponsor, Gadsden State Community College. Platinum sponsor, Modern Woodman Fraternal Financial. Also sponsoring at the platinum level, Jacksonville State University. Our gold sponsors: Alabama Teachers Credit Union, City of Gadsden, Etowah County Commission, Absolute Fitness, Etowah Cares, Long Furniture, and Gadsden City Schools. Thanks to our silver sponsors: Alabama Power, Exchange Bank of Alabama, Gadsden Rotary, Family Savings Credit Union, and Regions Bank. And finally, our bronze sponsors: Etowah County School Foundation, Homes for Heroes, Northeast Orthopedic Sports Clinic and Physical Therapy, and Tigers for Tomorrow. Our first award is for Excellence in Early Childhood Education, awarded to Miss Nancy Barton of Gadsden Elementary. Ms. Barton is a certified Office of School Readiness Pre-K lead teacher and is the Extended Day Director and is one of Etowah County's longest-serving educators. Her philosophy in teaching is to remember that childhood should be a journey, not a race, and strives to incorporate hands-on experiences that go far beyond the walls of a classroom. She has been active in developing opportunities for Gadsden students over the years, including Boys and Girl Scout troops, a dance enrichment program, and a youth soccer program. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Nancy Barton.
I'm almost speechless. It's just been a pleasure to have served the children and parents of Etowah County for the past 42 years. Ending my career was a little bit bittersweet, but it was time, and it's time for a new adventure. So thank y'all so much.
Congratulations.
Our next award is for Excellence in Citizenship, awarded to the Peer Helpers program at Hoax Bluff Elementary, represented by Jamie Cash and Erica Skidmore. The mission of Peer Helpers is to make sure everyone feels loved and unified. Students selected for the program greet kindergarten through second grade car line students with signs and high fives every Friday, visit students in the classroom, and make cards and art in appreciation of teachers and many other philanthropic activities. They also raised money and held a build day for Sleep in Heavenly Peace, an organization that works to ensure every child has their own bed to sleep in. Please join me in congratulating Jamie Cash and Erica Skidmore, representing the Hoax Bluff Peer Helpers.
I just want to say thank you to everyone at Hoax Bluff Elementary School and all of my kids at the Peer Helpers, because this wouldn't be without them. And they mean so much to me, and I'm honored again to begin the process this year. And I just want to thank everybody. And I also want to thank Erica Skidmore, who is not with me today, but she helped me as well. So thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Next is our Excellence in Educational Achievement Award, awarded to Lori Hensley of Jacksonville State University. Ms. Hensley believes we need to kick out the cookbooks and let our students learn science by actually doing science. She established CURES, course-embedded undergraduate research experiences, where students design their own experiments in an authentic research method that allows them to think like scientists. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Lori Hensley, this year's winner of Excellence in Educational Achievement.
Thank you so much for the nomination and for this award. My students and my colleagues mean everything to me, and I'm really proud of them for this achievement too. Thank you.
The recipient of our Excellence in STEAM Education Award is Kristen Gephardt of Mitchell Elementary School. Ms. Gephardt began a robotics program for grades 3 through 5 at Mitchell this past school year through grant sources from Etowah County Extension Service and AMST Robotics. The program meets during school hours and after school 1 day a week, and during that time it has built 2 robots and attended a competition last January. It is her passion for innovation and drive to go far beyond her full-time classroom teacher position that compels us to also present her with our inaugural Excellence in Innovation Cash Award of $500. We hope you'll share with us again next year how this fund helps your program, and we commend you for your exceptional efforts to bring STEAM education to students in an exciting and engaging way. Congratulations to Kristen Gephardt.
Wow, I am just so excited and so blessed to get this. I've enjoyed so much doing robotics in my classrooms. It has been phenomenal. I've seen growth in the STEM area with my kids, and we have just loved it. We were just so devastated that it was cut short last year, and but we are looking forward to moving on this year. And I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you.
Our next award is Excellence in Student Empowerment and is awarded to Broadening Boundaries Book Club at Episcopal Day School, represented by Emily Hayes. She began a book club with group discussion built around an in-classroom library of almost 1,500 books that she crowdsourced through friends, family, and retired teachers. The books are carefully vetted to ensure diverse characters written by young, diverse adult literature authors, including popular titles such as The Hate You Give, Those Boys, Refugee, and Just Mercy. She believes that our world needs citizens who aren't afraid to step out of their comfort zone and recognize experiences that are different from their own, are willing and able to talk about bigger issues, and are capable of having differing opinions while simultaneously having civilized discussions about these differences. Students that not only believe in change, but will be able to take action to be the change. Emily Hayes, we believe you are doing this one book at a time. Congratulations on your program receiving the Excellence in Student Empowerment Award.
It started originally with me just wanting to get my kids reading more in the classroom. I had been doing a lot of research about how we don't give kids in middle and high school time to read anymore. In elementary school, they read in class, but then as they get older, we tell them what to read, and they kind of lose that love of reading. So luckily, I had the amazing Laura McCartney, who was my headmistress at Episcopal, let me introduce Free Read Friday. And so every Friday, my kids got to read whatever they wanted, comic books, graphic novels, anything they wanted. I let them have their choice, empowered them to pick what they wanted to read. And it was just amazing to watch them all of a sudden. You know, I had parents telling me, oh my goodness, my kid was reading last night instead of playing a video game.
Next, we will present the Excellence in Special Education to Mugs with a Hug program at John Jones Elementary, and we'll let this program speak for itself.
Mugs with a Hug is a coffee cart ran by the self-contained unit at John Jones Elementary School. Our coffee cart is an interactive, real-life experience to help students achieve personal goals. Every Friday, teachers can order coffee prepared with lots of love by some very special friends. Preparing and selling coffee helps students work on following procedures, following multi-step directions, sequencing, and it provides students with real life and job skills.
Please join me in congratulating the Mugs with a Hug program from John Jones Elementary.
Okay, on behalf of Mugs with a Hug, we want to say thank you so much to the Gadsden Chamber of Commerce and to everyone who put this program together. We're so thankful that we have the opportunity to do this at our school, John Jones, and for all of our teachers and our administration for supporting us and our special friends and allowing this program to happen. So thank you all so much.
Our next award is the Long Furniture Excellence in Community Outreach, awarded to Summer Fun Snacks program at Glencoe Middle School, represented by Amy Wagnon, Mike Barber, Aaron Golich, Philip Higginbotham, Christy Pickard, and Danny Wagnon. Summer Fun Snacks delivers large packs of snacks each Friday for the 12 weeks of summer vacation for 55 to 60 students in Glencoe Elementary, Middle, and High Schools. Students who typically may depend on lunchroom food for their primary meal and may not have enough food during the summertime. Dozens of volunteers of all ages work to shop, pack, and deliver the food in hopes of making their children feel supported by their community. Congratulations to the Summer Fun Snacks program.
Summer Fun Snacks means so much to me. For 8 years ago, when I first became a teacher, I realized that so many students depend upon the school lunches as their primary meal. And I did not know that until I became an educator. And so one day at Celebration in the Park in Glencoe, I was with some other like-minded people talking about that. And I realized that I was finally going to do something about it because they had the same vision. And so right there in my home, my husband agreed, and we created Summer Fun Snacks, and we've been doing it every summer. Every week during the summer, we deliver meals to the students, right to their home, to students who otherwise might not have something to get them through the summer months. And so it's a blessing to us and to the students. And now the Glencoe First Baptist Church lets us operate out of their church rather than my home now, because it has grown, and I have such a wonderful group of volunteers, and we've turned it into a nonprofit now. And so it's a growing mission, and it has brought along some great feelings for our students, and they feel supported by their community, and they're learning that people recognize them and love them and are supporting them in their lives.
Now we present the Excellence in Community Education Award. Let's hear it straight from our winner, Tigers for Tomorrow's Wilbur McCauley, President and Director of Animal Care.
When I bring people down here to meet the carnivores, I usually ask this question: are lions and tigers nice? What a lot of people don't realize is the instincts and the language are misunderstood. And there's 4 major instincts in their world. You have them, the animals have them. Actually, 0 difference. First instinct is self-preservation. If the lion feels threatened in any way, he will defend himself. So we're really no different that way. Second instinct in their world has to do with food. Now, lions are carnivores. They eat meat, and when they go out hunting, they're not always successful. So when they do finally capture their prey, it's very valuable to them, and they're going to protect it. Third instinct in their world has to do with their home. If a burglar breaks into your house, what are you going to do? You're going to defend your home. If a stranger goes into this lion's habitat right now and he's not invited, he will defend his home just like we would defend our home. The last instinct has to do with family and friends. Now, if you had kids and they were in trouble, you would defend them. So let's go back to the lion. He's defending his friends and family. Is he being mean? He's not. When we begin to understand the instincts and we begin to understand the language, then we begin to understand more about who this animal is, not just what it is.
Please join me in congratulating Mr. McCauley and Tigers for Tomorrow.
I'd like to thank you guys for this award. We work very hard at Tigers for Tomorrow, try to educate the public, talking about the animals both in captivity and in the wild. And we have a lot of school groups come up there, kids, families, groups, and every time they come up, they always come up to learn something new. So thank you very much for this. Is quite a surprise.
Next, we congratulate Fatima Wise, recipient of the Excellence in Innovation Learning Award. Ms. Wise teaches a self-contained classroom at Oscar Adams Elementary, where she focuses on innovative programming to normalize schedules, structure, and interaction, including a coffee cart, a warm fuzzy jar, Hershey's Kisses for your brain, and our favorite, celebrating Who's Here Today, to help students understand self-awareness of being at school versus at home. Congratulations to Ms. Fatima Wise.
In my classroom, we do Who's Here Today, and in the classroom, if they're here, they get to move their name to school, and we all clap for them, and the kids get so excited. They love clapping for their buddies and cheering them on, but we even have to do it on virtual right now, and it is so funny to watch them all. Even when they're muted, they're screaming and hollering, and I can't hear them, but I know what they're doing. But they love watching me hold up their names one by one, and I have 13 names I have to hold up one by one for them just to be like, and they can't, I can hear some of them unmute themselves, but they love it. And I love teaching in the self-contained unit at Oscar Adams, and I just want to thank Ms. Smitherman for nominating me. She's the best principal in the world. So I'm really blessed and really lucky to have my students.
We will continue next with the City of Gadsden Excellence in Career Technical Education for K-12 as we recognize Sherry Hall of Sardis High School's Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America organization. The students celebrated their 17th annual Thanksgiving meal program that provides food for the elderly, shut-ins, and needy in the community. She has also implemented an embroidery machine, vinyl cutting equipment, sublimation, heat press, an 8-foot quilting machine, and computer design programs for the equipment in her classroom that allows students to learn employability and entrepreneurial skills. Her classroom motto is, "Would you hire you?" Please join me in congratulating Ms. Sherry Hall.
Well, I'd first just like to say I don't feel deserving of this award, but I'm very honored and kind of emotional, but I feel like my students deserve this award, so they're what makes it possible, and a big thank you to them.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now we will present the Etowah County Commission Excellence in Administration awarded to Ms. Thomasina Smitherman of Oscar Adams Elementary. Ms. Smitherman's focus shifts from inputs to outcomes and from intentions to results. She tells us that she wants to cultivate change by honoring student voices and ideas. She gives awards at Principal's Prize Patrol monthly with a certificate, balloons, and pizza. Eagle Bells and Gentlemen's Club are 5th graders that provide presentations weekly on different topics like self-esteem, mindfulness, healthy eating, and soft skills like learning to tie a tie, hygiene, and table etiquette. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Thomasina Smitherman.
Thank you for this honor. I am pleased to know that I've received this award. I work hard daily to make sure that my students get what they need and my staff. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Our next award is the Etowah Cares College Excellence in Career Technical Post-Secondary, and it goes to Ms. Rebecca Southern. We're happy to share a portion of this video from her nomination.
Like swooped in and guided us to safety by, bringing us to Gadsden. She didn't have to do that.
Yeah, she didn't. And I really enjoy this program because I feel like she keeps us accountable and responsible with basically preparing us for the future. She always encourages us to be the best that we can be and to also have a good attitude.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for her because she gave us all a chance to keep pursuing our dreams. So without her, we wouldn't be this far.
Miss Southern is passionate. She's committed towards the success of every single individual student that enters this program. And I feel so lucky and so blessed to be in this program. Miss Southern is willing to go that extra step.
Miss Southern has personally touched my life. She's gonna just do something great in my life. She's been just phenomenal.
At the very beginning of last semester, one of our first assignments was we had to do a dream board presentation. She wanted us to talk about our why, what motivates us. And at the top of my dream board, I had my why, and I had a birthday card on it from my daddy. It was the last birthday card I got from him. We didn't know he was sick and he was going to pass away within a few months. When we were doing the dream board presentation, and I looked out at my class, and Miss Southern, I made eye contact with her, and I'll never forget, and she was crying as well. So we're not just students, we're so much more than a number. She actually genuinely cares, and we're her babies.
Please join me in congratulating Miss Rebecca Southern of Gadsden State Community College.
Congratulations. Thank you. I love my students. Well, it shows. I can't do this. This is terrible. God, you're the first one. You can't make us all cry. I'm sorry. It's okay. I didn't expect to win. It was such an honor just to be nominated. So I'm very thankful. Very thankful. I have the best teaching partner ever. I know I'm supposed to be her boss, but she's my clinical coordinator, and I could not function without Kelsey Taylor. She's amazing. And she has the same vision and heart for our students that I have, and we just love them so much. So I'm so thankful, and I'm so proud of them. They're amazing. They're, all of our graduates are doing fantastic things, and we've got a cohort graduating in December that is just rocking it, and a new cohort that just started. We have our 2 first guys in the program, and they're doing excellent. Despite all this COVID mess, like they're just proving that they were meant to be here, so yeah, I love it.
Our next award is for Excellence in Academic Research, awarded to Dr. Deborah James of Jacksonville State University. Ms. James is the Director of Academic Enhancement and Tutoring Services at JSU. She completed a comprehensive retention study by using a series of assessment tools. She studied the results of retention tools on academic successes and learning behaviors, such through an academic treatment plan for students that showed promising results treating the top 3 at-risk scales of attitude, motivation, and time management. Please join me in congratulating Dr. Deborah James.
I'm not prepared for this. No, I'm Deborah James from Jacksonville State University, and I'm passionate about higher education because I was a student who struggled, and I just want to be that person for my students.
The next award is Excellence in Student Engagement, given to Amy Taylor of West End High School. This video says it all. Wow, that is exceptional. Please join me in congratulating Miss Amy Taylor of West End High School.
I do appreciate this, and I appreciate what the Chamber and all of the area businesses that help donate and make this possible. I think it's a wonderful thing to recognize people for hard work. So any of the educators out there that have done things like this, I think that's wonderful.
Well, congratulations. Our next award is for Excellence in Fine Arts, and it goes to none other than Director of Etowah Youth Orchestras and Gadsden Symphony Orchestra, Michael Gagliardo. Since 1995, Mr. Gagliardo has led the EYO in concerts throughout the U.S. and abroad, from Carnegie Hall to England, and so many places in between. He has received 12 ASCAP awards with the EYO and has been a frequent guest speaker and presenter at conferences for music educators and professionals throughout the state and nation. Countless youth have been fortunate to have been mentored musically and civically through his leadership, and he has established a cornerstone of culture through his passion and commitment to youth music education. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Michael Gagliardo.
Gosh, this is what a wonderful recognition, and it means so much because I have tremendous support from family and from the people that I work with, from my students, from the parents of the youth orchestra program, and this is really a tribute to all of my past educators, my band directors, my music teachers, my piano teacher, teachers that I had, all of the people who taught me along the way, and who taught me that, I remember an orchestra director said to me, the most important thing in my career is if one student chooses to follow in my footsteps, then I've done my job. And that's how I feel. If there's one student who chooses to follow in my footsteps and continue work in music education, then I've done my job, and there's nothing more I can ask. So thank you so much. This is a wonderful honor, and I really, really appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, we are proud to award the Exceptional Student K-12 title to Hunter Enders of Gadsden City High School. Hunter excels academically with GPAs exceeding 103.75 and an ACT score of 34, and was a semifinalist for the Jack Kent Cook Young Scholars Program. He has competed 5 years in National Scholars Bowl tournaments and was a middle school all-star, finishing 16th out of 1,000 competitors. He is a cross-country runner and has received accolades as a member of JROTC, ranking as first lieutenant. He's a member of numerous clubs including Beta, Mu Alpha Theta, FBLA, Juna, and Key Club. He volunteers at the Community Thanksgiving and Toys for Tots, as well as Camp Ponderosa, and he speaks to elementary school students about leadership and healthy choices through FCA, and occasionally preaches at his church. No doubt he is an exceptional student and young man. Please join me in congratulating Hunter Enders.
Just want to thank everybody who's been there for me. Thank you for all those who put this on and encourage students and people involved in education just to do their best. And so thank you for the encouragement and the support, and I look forward to pursuing my education in the next few years further.
Our next award is the Exceptional Student Post-Secondary Award, and it goes to Carrie Griffith of Gadsden State Community College. This award is presented by Gadsden State Community College. Mr. Griffith has been recognized by Gadsden State with numerous awards, including Emerging Leader, Superior Academic Achievement, Rising Scholar, Outstanding SGA Officer, Outstanding Math Pre-Engineering Major, and more. He served as SGA President from 2019 through 2020 and worked on events, disciplinary and facility planning committees, as well as tutoring through support services and the Cardinal Tutoring Centers. He has hosted political candidate meet and greets, raised money for charities, read books to elementary children and volunteered at their events, built beds for children who did not have their own bed, and so much more. While his academic and civic leadership is exceptional on its own, it is compounded when you consider the mountain that Mr. Griffith climbed to get there, and we want to share just a small clip from a video we invite you to watch in full on our website later that tells his story.
It's an epidemic. It's easy to get sucked into that world. And then once you're sucked into that world, you feel like there's no escaping it. You feel threatened. You feel like you're going to betray everybody in that situation if you try to escape it. So there's a lot of excuses to stay in that situation. And so I became fully involved. I became a full-time student. I set some goals for myself, and I started to get involved in the community. I was able to become SGA president. I was able to become involved in the Honor Society, and I started joining these clubs, and it kept me engulfed in this positive world where I actually felt like my contributions were beginning to matter. And so now I'm going after mechanical engineering. I'm hoping to get scholarships to go to Alabama so I can become probably one of the best mechanical engineers I could possibly be. Don't hold resentment to your friends. They just don't want that around them. They just didn't want it to be around them, so they quit talking to me also. And it's not their fault, it was my own. I shouldn't have brought it to them. And, you know, I wish somebody would have grabbed me and told me it was going to be okay. There's hope to get out of it if they want to. You are not what other people think of you. You are what you think of yourself. So even if people remind you constantly that you messed up, it doesn't matter what they think. They are only a part of your story. Your story, you're the only one that truly knows your entire story. And so you can be anything you want to be. It's just how you want the rest of your story to play out.
I
I don't even know what to say. I'm humbled. It's an honor. I never thought, you know, 4 or 5 years ago that I would be in the position that I'm in today. Even here at Alabama, just what Gadsden State has allowed me to do to come here. I look around campus when I'm walking around and I'm just like, I am so lucky to be here. And I'm just happy that I made it to here. And I hope that I can keep going. I hope that I can keep, trying to strive to do the best that I possibly can while I'm here too. But I couldn't have done it without Gadsden State. It was definitely probably one of the best experiences of my life.
Our last two awards recognize individual educators, their passion for teaching, and for the well-being of their students. The first one is sponsored by Gadsden City Schools, and the recipient of the Heart of a Teacher K-12 Award is Heath McLeod of Gadsden Elementary School. Mr. McLeod channeled a childhood of chaos, fear, and abandonment into an incredibly powerful role as a school counselor. Mr. McLeod experienced trauma that crippled him as a child, and as an adult had to choose a direction in life. While he could have easily woken each day angry and hating the world, he instead chose to fight the hate, seek the good, and help himself by helping others. His own experience have helped him to understand and empathize that many children who may be sleeping during class may have been awake all night with parents fighting or the police at their house. With a poverty rate at Gadsden Elementary at 70%, he works to get needed resources through donorschools.org, helped to start a student food program to help make sure kids have something to eat over the weekends, and helped a second grade student start a recycling program. He also helped establish a Pennies for Patients fundraiser to raise awareness and support for cancer patients that earned the school a bronze award with the sponsoring organization. His love for the students is his driving force, and he says he has the best job in the world. That's why we're thrilled to recognize Heath McLeod as the K-12 Heart of the Teacher Award, sponsored by Gadsden City Schools.
So thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. I'm a school counselor at Gadsden Elementary School, and it's really my privilege every day to get resources for my students and to find every way that I can to help them. I became a school counselor because I grew up in a broken family, and it was a youth pastor and other people who invested into my life. And so I try to give back every day and appreciate everybody who's helped me along the way. So thank you very much. I'm honored. Thank you.
Our final award of the day is the Alabama Teachers Credit Union Heart of an Educator Post-Secondary, awarded to Billa Berger, who teaches microcomputer application classes at Gadsden State Community College. In 2017, Ms. Berger participated in the initiative to bring Apple Swift app development to campuses and helped launch the first course at Gadsden City High School in January 2018. She also teaches Python and Visual Basic Coding. In 2018, she helped add new technology to the program by co-authoring a Margin of Excellence grant proposal to add a drone course to promote STEM education. The grant allowed them to purchase 6 drones for the class, and she has now earned drone certification and offered the first course just this past summer. Please join me in congratulating Mrs. Billa Berger, recipient of Post-Secondary Heart of an Educator.
I am honored to receive this Excellence in Education Award. It is just my privilege to work at Gadsden State. That is my dream job, and I've been living my dream now for almost 10 years, and I am just thrilled to receive this award. Thank you so much to the Chamber and to Alabama Teachers Credit Union and to the fine folks that I work with at Gadsden State, and especially my leader, my division chair, Angie Waits, and our wonderfully supportive dean, Dr. Leslie Worthington, our academic dean. So thank you so much.
This year, the committee decided to do something really special to honor our Teachers of the Year. We commissioned an original piece of art created by Miss Lauren Holly, who will graduate Gadsden High School in 2021. We asked Miss Holly to use her imagination for this artwork, and she shared with us that the base of the tree represents the foundation of learning. Branches represent the reach of each teacher, and the apples represent the many characteristics of a teacher: caring, compassion, integrity, and leadership. Teachers of the Year received this framed piece of artwork, commissioned specifically for this year's Teacher of the Year. Our Teachers of the Year from Episcopal Day School are Shelley Cothran for elementary and Karen Thompson for secondary. Teacher of the Year at Coosa Christian is Jillian Neal for elementary and Tina Toe for secondary. Teacher of the Year for St. James Catholic School, Brittany Baird. And Teacher of the Year for Westbrook Christian School, Michelle Hughes for elementary and Frances Stewart for secondary. Teacher of the Year for Etowah City Schools is Mallory Monroe for Etowah Elementary and Catherine Rogers for Etowah Middle. Teacher of the Year for Etowah High School is Karen Hammonds. Teacher of the Year for Etowah County Schools, Miss Deborah Simmons for Carlisle Elementary, Kayla MacArthur for Duck Springs Elementary School, Heather Carroll for Gadsden Elementary School, Anita Campbell for Gadsden High School, Lindsay Alsbrook for Glencoe Elementary School, Andrea Jans at Glencoe Middle, James Stevens from Glencoe High School, Nicole Sprinkle from Highland Elementary, Devin Talbot from Hoax Bluff Elementary, Amy Dillard from Hoax Bluff Middle, Jason Presley from Hoax Bluff High School, Alyssa Cash Ham from Ivy Elementary, Casey Underwood from John S. Jones Elementary, Sherry Newton from Rainbow Middle School, Jamie K. Shirley from Sardis Middle School, Casey Roberts from Sardis High School, Heather Allen from Southside Elementary, Jason Russell from Southside High, Amy Gibbs from West End Elementary, Kelly Miller from West End High School, Whitesboro Elementary, Pam Naylor, and from Etowah County Career Technical, Floyd Hooper. And Carla Phillips from our Special Education Learning Center at Etowah County Schools. From Gadsden City Schools, Paige Hayes from Adams Elementary, Elizabeth Bunton from Donahue Elementary, Leslie Crosby from Ura Brown Elementary, Samantha Owens from Floyd Elementary, Anna Toe from Mitchell Elementary, Janie Browning from Striplin Elementary, Kristen Nolan from Thompson Elementary, Angie Ramey from Walnut Park Elementary, Latoya Laster from Emma Sansom Middle, Teresa Walker from Gadsden Middle, Karen McCurley from Litchfield Middle, and Malcolm Daly from Gadsden City High. Our Excellence in Education Committee elected to honor our National Board Certified teachers this year, understanding that we will be recognizing all teachers who have earned National Board Certification to date this year, and in future years we will honor those teachers who have attained National Board Certification in the year being recognized. From Etowah City Schools, Kim Gladden at Etowah Elementary and Farah Kilgo at Etowah Elementary. From Etowah County Schools, Jill Blackman and Andrea Hope Harris from Carlisle Elementary, Heather Hanna and Connie Lohman from Hoax Bluff Elementary, Connie Stansel at Ivy Elementary, and Michelle Hunt at John S. Jones Elementary. Lisa Richards Brittany Simmons from John S. Jones Elementary, Tara Waldrop from Sardis High, Malia Griffith and Laurie Amberson Smith from Southside Elementary, and Christy Towns from Whitesboro Elementary. From Gadsden City Schools, Erin Carlton, Emily Ford, and Brandy Newton from Adams Elementary, Lori Smith, also from Adams Elementary, Dawn Rains from Donahue Elementary, and Amy Smith from Floyd Elementary.
And that's our virtual program, honoring our Teachers of the Year, National Board Certified Teachers, and of course, our amazing Excellence in Education winners. I should point out that earlier this month, we notified them of their awards, and it was all caught on video. So here's a peek of how they reacted when they found out that they weren't just finalists, but they're winners. Thanks for watching.
So, thank you for coming in today. Congratulations on being a finalist for the Excellence in Education Awards. We have a surprise.
Okay.
You are actually a winner.
Oh my God! That is so exciting.
Jackie is going to present you. You're not just a winner, you are the winner of the Innovation Award.
Oh my God.
Which means you are also receiving a $500 grant for your classroom.
Oh my gosh.
You're actually a winner.
Are you serious?
And so Jackie is going to present you with an award.
Wow! Wow!
Thank you.
So we wanted to be a winner.
Oh my goodness.
You're not a finalist, you're a winner.
Oh yay!
Yeah. So Jackie and is going to present you your. Yeah. So serious? Yeah.
You're a winner. And oh my God.
Once again, we celebrate our sponsors who believe in excellence in education and the celebration of it. Our presenting sponsor, Gadsden State Community College. Platinum sponsor, Modern Woodman Fraternal Financial. Also sponsoring at the platinum level, Jacksonville State University. Gold sponsors, Alabama Teachers Credit Union, City of Gadsden, Etowah County Commission, Absolute Fitness, Etowah Cares, Long Furniture, and Gadsden City Schools. Silver sponsors, Alabama Power, Exchange Bank of Alabama, Gadsden Rotary, Family Savings Credit Union, and Regions Bank. And finally, our bronze sponsors, Etowah County School Foundation, Homes for Heroes, Northeast Orthopedic Sports Clinic and Physical Therapy, and Tigers for Tomorrow.